So a few weeks ago, we celebrated Mother's Day, and we have Father's Day, which is coming up soon. May Day has also come and gone, and actually, when you think about it, May Day is supposed to be a celebration of workers' rights. So a lot of workplaces actually use this time to recognize their employees. They celebrate. And so when you do think about it's and for others actually, the financial year just closed in April or it's just open. Really depends on where you are in the calendar year. Every organization does things differently, and you might also be preparing for your mid-year review. But I'm just sharing all of this because all these events point to one thing, and they're asking the question, who are you? What do you do? And how well are you doing it? It does place a lot of importance on performance, which is generally positive, but it also sends a message and creates a need to prove ourselves. And sometimes there is a pressure to be seen as doing so. So, for example, how good a mom are you? How good a dad are you? How high a performer are you at work? And that can be exhausting. So, can you imagine constantly performing to perform? So, trying to be at your best at all time is not natural and can be tension and it's just honestly not doable. So I had a manager share with me recently that he was doing too much, yet it never seemed enough. So I'll share the advice I gave him. I said, one, are you clear on what it is that you have to achieve? I mean, really clear. If you had to put your role into three buckets, so there's a big bucket that says falling short, so you're working under expectations. Second one is meeting expectations, and the third one is exceeding expectations. Would you be able to describe each one of those in a way that looks exactly at how you can deliver in your job?
Sorry, the recording cut. So I will continue by the point I was making, which is around looking at the three buckets. You need to be very clear on how you can actually deliver in your job. And your manager needs to agree this with you. It's not guesswork, it needs to be in black and white. And if you're not clear on this, and so the answer is no, you're not clear, then you need to have those conversations with your manager. And as managers, if you are listening to this, it also applies to you. If your team cannot articulate this or you cannot do this in your own role, then you will have to lead on this. The second point is around whose opinion actually matters. In business, we talk about knowing your client. In communication, we talk about knowing your audience, and the same applies to your work. Which stakeholders shape how your work is judged? How have you mapped them? And do you understand their pain points? You do not have to perform for everyone at the same time. You're not able to do that. So, the best way to tackle this is to divide your work and deliver for the people who matter the most at the right time. Third point is to look after yourself. You need to care for your health. You need to grow your skills, build something outside the four walls of your role. It is not a selfish action. It is the only way that you can stay sharp enough and grounded enough to do the work that lasts. Honestly, the corporate system will take everything you give it and it even ask for more. So do take note of all these points I'm making and get these three things right, because if you're able to get them right, then you stop performing them for moments and you become more human. You're not a robot, and simply do the best you can in your work and for yourself.